Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. We are from Group 6. In this opportunity, we're going to present about implementation of IPM on food crops. Next slide. Our member is Choirin Wahyuning Tyas with student number 82, Nindy Ikhwatun Salma with student number 83, Firgiawan with student number 88, and Nugroho with student number 93. Next. The content that we're gonna bring in this is about the application of integrated pest control on soybean plants and the application of integrated pest control on rice plant. Next slide. First, we're gonna talk about the application of integrated pest control on soybean plants. Next. Application of pest control through the IPM approach continue to evolve today because it is based on the existing reality and successful implementation of IPM to control pests. And therefore, understanding the basic principle of the application of IPM must be understood. Agricultural cultivation agroecosystem is a form of artificial ecosystem human being aimed at obtaining agricultural production with quality and quantity certain. Man-made ecosystem is generally have biotic and low and tend to be more uniform. Soybean pest control components that can be integrated include control technical filter, which include the use of resistant varieties, environmental sanitation and regulation planning time, mechanical control, control natural by utilizing natural enemies in the form of predator and pathogens in the ecosystem agriculture as much as possible, and control with botanical or chemical pesticides. Next. Pest control components that can be integrated in the application of IPM and soybean plants are natural control, biological control, chemical pesticide, vegetable pesticide, control with cultivation technique, and the last is mechanical and physical control.
First is natural control. According to Huffaker et al., natural control, also known as natural, namely the maintenance of the population of the organism within the upper and lower limit range, curtailed as a result of management action over all environment, both a biotic environment as well as abiotic. To some degree, natural control curtailly affects all kinds of organisms. This definition emphasizes that the pest population in a certain time and on the combination of component certain ecosystem are in a state dynamic balance. Next. Mechanical and physical control. Mechanical control is the treatment or action that aims to kill or move pests directly, either by hand or with the help of other tools and material. Implementation can be taken directly by hand, gropiokan, trapping, expulsion, use like trap, fumigation, running. Affected plant parts are then burned. This control can be applied to areas that narrow or small because it has to be done repeatedly and requires a lot of energy. Next. Control with cultivation technique. Preventive control. Carried out before an attack pest occurs so that the population doesn't increase until exceeds the control threshold. In its implementation, farmers do not need to incur special costs for control pests. According to Petigo, most pest control techniques or cultivation can be grouped into four in accordance with the objective to be achieved, namely, in the first, reduce the suitability of the ecosystem, disturb continuity of supply of the necessities of life for pests, move pest population away from plants, and reduce the impact of damaged plants. Next. Biological control. Biological control is use of natural enemies to control pests. Biological control is based on basic knowledge of ecology, especially the theory of population regulation by natural controls and balanced dynamic ecosystem. Increase in pest population can result in economic losses for farmers, partly due to environmental conditions that doesn't give the enemy complex opportunity naturally perform its function. Next, biological control. Parasitoid, effective use of the trichogramma. Parasitoid control of the pot borer Etiella trichogramma parasitoid species for the control of soybean food borer is Trichogrammatoideae bacteria. Nuclear polyhedrosis virus or NPV. Spodoptera litura nuclear polyhedrosis virus is one of the entomopathogenic armyworm. SENPV as effective biological agent can be formulated and SENPV can be produced in vivo. Then SENPV is feasible developed as a bioinsecticide. Entomopathogenic fungi. Entomopathogenic fungi are fungi that can be used as a biological control agent to control insect pests. Next. Vegetable pesticides. Vegetable pesticides are insecticides that the material is taken directly from the plant or from crop yields. Plant-based pesticides are low risk for health and environment. Some of the techniques commonly used to produce vegetable pesticide include the soaking technique, extracting or boiling certain part of plant organ which contain high insecticides.
Chemical pesticide. Chemical control is a control method that is often used because it is easy to apply and the results are quickly visible. But if it is not used wisely, it will pollute environment. The use of insecticide for pest control should be used when other control are no longer effective for suppress pest population. Next, the application of integrated pest control on risk plan. IPM has a big impact on agricultural production where there are mistakes in its implementation, so, so, such as, such as the use of weakly toxic pesticide reduced above the maximum residue limit BMR, and environmental population, which ultimately damage public health. Application of EPC on rice plant. One is selection of energy efficient and resistant varieties agriculture, biological pest control technology, inundation biological, intersectional varieties alternation, rice pest control technology with integrated nutmeg system in rice planting, environment of cultivation technique, and control based on natural enemy manipulation, pest control technology based on economic results, and minimization of pesticide residues. Next, selection of energy efficient and resistant varieties agriculture. Sustainable is determined, among others, by the use of pest-resistant and energy-efficient varieties. Effort, the produce energy-efficient varieties include changing plant type from C3 to C4, or changing plant architecture to become more productive. In choosing varieties to be planted, it added value production and marketing also needs to be taken into account. Biological pest control technology inundation biological. Control is the introduction of natural enemies from the outset intentionally into the crop to control pests. nudation that can be done is the use of the fungus Beauveria bassiana and Matricisus anisopliae as biological agents. The effective of Vibassiana culture against brown platypus raised 40%. Intersessional varieties alternation. Rice plant pests will not explode throughout the season, and the interest is population only occurs during the rainy season. In the dry season, the population of pests, such as leafhoppers, tends to be low, except in the dry season where it rains a lot or in basin area. Alternating varieties based on resistant genes contained in rice plant to deal with the level of brown plant hopper biotypes. In the brown plant hopper biotype 1 area, rice cultivation is regular by planting varieties that have resistant genes in the rainy season. In the dry season, rice varieties that do not have resistant genes can be planted.
Next is rice pest control technology with integrated nutmeg system in rice planting. Pest and disease of rice plant can also be controlled based on uh, agroecology, among others by integrating secondary crops in rice cultivation. The system is in the form of polyculture planting, namely planting secondary crops in the bunds when there are rice plants. This method can suppress the population growth of brown leafhopper and white-backed planthopper. Next is improvement of cultivation technique. Use of organic matter and plant residues in rice cultivation can increase the development of neutral insect. Tourist insect that eat scavengers, and insect that eat organic matters. These insects enter the food can of predators such as spider, P. fusivus coccinella, and Paedonia nigrofasciata, which are useful for suppressing rice plant pests. Control based on natural enemy manipulation. In principle, natural enemy will always develop following the development of pests. As long as natural enemies can suppress pests, chemical control is not needed because biological balance has been achieved. Pest control based on natural enemy manipulation saves 33 to 75% of insecticide use. Although in the rainy season, the abundance of leafhoppers is quite high. In this way, rice yield at the farm level increased by 36% with an increase in profit of 53.7%. Pest control technology based on economic threshold. In the field, sometimes rice crops are attacked by more than one type of pest. So technology that is able to control more than one type of pest is needed. For this season, control can be based on economic threshold of multiple pests. Control with insecticide is carried out after the pest population or crop damage reaches the predetermined double economical threshold. The last is minimization of pesticide residue. Use of insecticide is dynamic tactic that is carried out during the period of plant growth when cultivation and biological control technique fail to suppress the pest population below the economical threshold. Determination of the economical threshold is very important as the basis of making control decisions. But 2004 state that the economical threshold is very important component in IPM. Pest control based on economical threshold also aim to overcome the excessive use of chemical that have an impact high pesticide residue in agricultural product and environmental pollution. That's all from our presentation. Thanks for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.